Hello, everyone. Good morning once again, and welcome to our session today that is very special. Today, remember that last session we had some students sharing with us, and it was a really fun experience. And today, we're going to have a very nice presentation in which one of the teachers that belongs to one of our institutions is going to be sharing with us her experience. So people, before we start, please don't forget to share the name of the institutions that you belong to or that you're coming from, and your names in case that your names don't appear in there. So thank you, teacher Luz Mireya. Good morning. Thank you for being with us. And welcome once again on behalf of the Secretary of Education, the Science, Technology, and Media Department. We want to welcome you all, the Plan Distrital de Bilingüismo team and Red Académica team. We're so glad to have this space with you once more. And that being said, we're gonna start sharing with you the title of our session that you must be already familiar with because we were sharing this invitation with you the past days. So here we have teacher Viviana from sorry, I'm not checking. Alidio Angarita, thank you for being with us. Susana Delgado, Colegio Montebello, thank you for being again with us. Colegio Nelson Mandela, thank you people from Nelson Mandela, you're always supporting us. And well, we have more people joining, so please don't forget to share your names with us. Okay, so well, we're gonna start sharing our PowerPoint presentation so that you can see um, our topic for today, and you can start like getting familiar to the experience that we're going to be sharing with you. So Marta, I think that you could like, if you could please share the slide. Thank you very much. So as we mentioned in our invitation, today we're going to be talking about immersion rooms. Today we're going to be talking about Lingua Ventura's curriculum. Probably some of you are already familiar to this material. Maybe some of you, this is the first time that you're going to be experiencing something like that because, well, we know that in some schools we had immersion rooms, in some others we don't, but that's the idea that today you know about what this is all about. So that being said, well, our session is like to live a little bit on an English spoken environment, and we're gonna let you know about how Lingua Ventura's program or immersion program works. We also know that there are many teachers that are joining us today for immersion rooms, so we're glad to have you all here once more. That being said, today we have a very special welcoming because you know that the Plan Distrital de Bilingüismo, we are a team. We have like different roles in this team, and the person in charge of the immersion rooms in our team is Luisa Martinez, and she has a very special message to welcome you all to this session. So thank you very much, and here you have a message from Luisa. And thank you for sharing the video, Jaime and Andrea. I think that this is like the moment to start with Luisa's message. Thank you very much.
Morning, teachers. This is Luisa Martinez. I am part of the Plan Distrital de Bilingüismo. I'm so glad to be here with you and welcome to this session about Lingua Ventura's curriculum and the immersion room at La Chucua School. I want to tell you that currently we have 69 active immersion rooms and 70 commissioned teachers for them. So let's see this amazing experience of our teacher, Nubia Consuelo Lemos, and thank you for joining us.
Diego, ¿puedes activar tu sonido, por favor?
Okay, sorry, people. So, thank you, Luisa, for that kind message. And as we said before, today we have a very special guest. Our guest is Nubia Consuelo Lemos Tello. She comes from Colegio La Chucua. And well, she's our star today. So, teacher, please thank you for us and thank you for being with us today, sharing your experience.
Okay.
If you could please activate your camera and your microphone so that we can officially start with your presentation. Thank
Okay,
you.
it's already activated. I don't know if you can see me and you can listen to me. Yes?
Yes, we can.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Good morning, everyone. First, I want to say thank you to the whole bilingual team at Secretaría de Educación, Marta, Luisa, Diego, Jamie, Juliana, and the others. If I forget, please forgive me. Because this is a nice opportunity to share our experiences. Something that I have always suggested to the team in every Tuesday space is this opportunity to go beyond the suggested activities that you provide us. This is not the perfect experience, but this is meaningful experience, and it has been meaningful at La Chuco School. Okay, next slide, please. Okay, as Diego said, maybe some of you are familiar with immersion programs. And in so doing, I would like to know what is your previous knowledge about it. So I have 2 questions, and it would be nice if you type your answers in the chat. The first question is, do you have any information about Lingua Aventura's program? And the second one, does your school have an immersion room? So please type your answers, and I don't know who is in charge to sharing or to reading the feedback of the teachers. Thank you.
So remember that we're going to be interacting with people on the chat, so don't forget to answer the questions that teacher Consuelo is asking you on the chat, so please type them. And well, we're going to be letting you know about what the answers are, all right? So remember, these questions that we have here, do you have any information about Lingua Aventura? So please let us know about what you know in relation to Lingua Aventura's program. And in case your school has an immersion room, please start typing. Okay, so don't forget to share your comments on the chat below. So teacher, Matilde Villalobos says yes. I guess she's saying yes to having immersion room and to knowing the material. But don't worry, you can continue, and then after we're gonna be sharing with people or the comments that people write. Okay? Thank you, teacher.
All right. Toberin has also immersion room. Karen Suarez doesn't have any information about it. So I hope that the information that I'm going to share with you, or the experience that I'm going to share with you, is available for those who are not familiar with the program, and maybe, and why not, to be included in the group of immersion schools with immersion program.
Don't worry, teacher. You can keep going. Keep going
with the presentation.
Yeah. Don't worry. We're gonna be interacting with people through the chat, right. So don't worry about it.
In order to go beyond the previous knowledge, I have this interactive activity, a Kahoot exercise. So the idea is to know or to collect information about Lingua Aventuras. What are your previous knowledge or your knowledge about the program? So if somebody can share the link and the code to get in, we can play a little bit.
Sure, teacher. We're gonna be sharing the link, so people, please don't forget to go to the link that is going to appear in the comments on the chat, so that you can start activating. Teacher, we have some more comments about people who are familiar. If you want, you can read them.
Okay. Mary Parra, yes, I know the Lingua Aventuras curriculum. I follow it in our immersion room at E.S.E. Antonio Jose Uribe. No, we don't have any of them. Luz Mireya Muñoz from Colegio Enrique Olaya Herrera. We have sharing in English immersion classroom for almost 7 years ago. Great. Angelica Moreno, yes, in both questions. There is an anonymous contribution that this is a special curriculum designed some years ago with the aim to foster the speaking activities through some interesting topics such as environment, health, and 21st skills. That's right. Yes, in Venecia we have immersion room. Yes, we have. Zaira Castelblanco from Nelson Mandela. Lingua Aventuras is a suggested curriculum for immersion room program. We have immersion room at Nelson Mandela IED. Colegio OEA. I don't know anything about Lingua Aventuras. In my school we have an immersion room, but it's used by 40 por 40. Yes, that's it. Matilde Villalobos. Lingua Aventuras program has 5 cycles. Each cycle has 5 modules. Each module has units. Each unit has sessions. Yes. And that's it.
Nice. Well, really nice. So, teacher, we already shared the link on the chat. So whenever you want to do the Kahoot, we're ready. Okay. So thank you, people, for going to the link, clicking on the Kahoot. And then teacher Consuelo is going to be telling you what the instructions are going to be. Okay. So
what I don't know is how to do how to share it, because you are sharing, right?
you can share your screen. You can share your screen, teacher. So don't worry about it. You can just share your screen and you can show us what the Kahoot is all about.
Okay, give me a second.
So remember, people, to start going to the link. Thank you for sharing your comments with us and letting us know about what you know about this Lingua Aventuras, about immersion room. Some of you are familiar because this was something that started some years ago, as teacher Consuelo mentioned. So remember to go to the link and enter the code that you have on the chat. That is 9014307. Okay, so please let us know if you have.
I have problems. Give me a second.
Okay, don't worry, teacher. We have more people joining. We have Diana Barbosa from Chuqua School. Okay, so we are.
Hello.
We have supporters. Okay, yes. We have also people from Colegio Montebello. Thank you very much. Alirio Angarita says that the pin is not working. So let us try. Let me try it so that we can see if the Kahoot is working. So thank you. Just give us some time and we're going to check if the link works. All right.
Give me a second.
Okay, I'm opening it. So people, can you please let us know through the chat if you're going to the link and it says that the link is wrong, teacher. Maybe you can create
another one.
Another one so that we can share it with them. Okay.
Okay, give me a second because I don't find the Kahoot. I don't find. Yes, I got it. Okay, give me a second.
So thank you, people, for letting us know. Thank you for your patience. We're gonna be sharing a new code because there must be something wrong. So just like give us some minutes and we will solve it. All right. Okay. So teacher, whenever you let us, yeah.
Yes, the code.
If you want, I can type it on the, or Jamie can help us typing it on the chat.
How can I go to the chat? Okay. The code. I don't know if you can see.
Not yet, teacher. But
No?
if you want, you can share the screen so that we can see it. Okay, we already see it on the chat. It's 1506440. So people, please go and check if this code works for you now. And teacher Consuelo is going to be sharing her screen right now. So thank you, teacher. Now we can start. So please let us know if the code is working, all right? 1506440. Okay.
I am waiting for players.
Okay, people, please start joining and letting us know if the code is working now. Okay. Natalia says we work in immersion classroom. Thank you. Okay, we have people joining. Okay, thank you very much, people, for joining. Okay, we have people joining. Please join, please join. Remember, the code has been shared with you so that you can enter it. All right. So remember to join with the last code that we gave you, which is 1506440. Okay, teacher. So I think that you can start like the activity with the people that we have. If you could please share your screen and start like the game, that would be nice.
Sorry, I am. Okay. Can I start?
There we go.
Okay, here we go.
Yes, I think that we have more people going.
All right.
Yeah, we have more people joining. Maybe we can give them some seconds, but yeah, let's start.
Okay, when did Lingua Aventuras program start?
So we have 4 options, people. 2016, 2014, 2018, and 2013. So please let us know what you think the correct answer is.
Okay.
Okay, teacher, so let us know what if you have comments. People said 2013.
2013. Most of you said 2016. Some others 2014. Maybe 2014 was the year when most schools were included. Yes, were added to the program, including La Chucua. But in fact, the program started to be piloted in 2013.
All right, good, nice information.
The next one.
Let's go. Let's keep playing.
Diana F.
All right, we have a winner.
Yes.
Okay.
Next one. What does Lingua Aventuras consist on? It's a room with technological tools, it's a pedagogical proposal, it's an isolated center of interest, or it's an extra room at school. So, share your choices. It's a pedagogical proposal. Most of you said it's a room with technological tools. And yes, this is one of the common thoughts that people have about the immersion room. But as you are going to see, and most of you have shared at the beginning, this is just a whole pedagogical proposal, yes, that is supported in a room with technological tools, which is different. Okay, next one, and in the Diana F continues being the winner. So let's move on to the next one. What is the main purpose of Linguaventuras? To improve oral communication competences, to reinforce English learned in a regular room, or to motivate students the use of leisure time. And the correct answer, to improve oral communication competences. Yes, this is the main purpose of Linguaventuras. Of course, as an additional effect of this is to reinforce English, but the main purpose is the first one. Okay, and Paloma is the winner in this case. We have a new user, Gladys Diana F. Susana. And the last one, what are other competences are proposed to be developed in the immersion room? Citizenship, living and gender, differentiated instruction, ICTs, or all of above? All of above. All of above. And if you see, this is highly similar, or it's a common thing with the CSI, with the suggested curriculum. Okay, so we have a podium. Diego, can you read the podium, please?
Okay, so we have our podium. First place goes to
Chris.
Chris. Okay, then we have Paloma in second place, and third place we have a user that didn't write the name. Okay, so
Okay.
thank you very much, people, for participating in this really nice activity. Thank you, teacher, for integrating this Kahoot with this. Now you know how people know, or how much people know about your or immersion room. Okay,
Yeah.
so
I am going
let's
to close this.
keep going. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So the aims of today's presentation is to familiarize with Linguaventura's English immersion program, a little bit of its history, and the changes that this proposal has experienced through the years. The second one, to share how the program is contextualized at La Chuco School, because each school has a different situation, so we adapt according to it. The next one, to give an approach about the connection between Linguaventura's syllabus and the suggested English curriculum. And finally, to socialize how Linguaventuras has been working under the strategy, under the learning at home strategy. Next one, please. Okay, a little bit of framework. As I told you in the Kahoot exercise, Linguaventuras is a whole pedagogical proposal. It's a space open to students from all cycles. The main purpose is to improve the oral communication competences and mediated by the cultural and gaming environments. And of course, students participate in the free time. Yes, this is like the philosophy of the program. And as you can see, it was started, reflected upon this type of environment in 2008, when it was implemented, the cycles, the teaching by cycles, or the organization of curriculum by cycles. Then in 2012, there was a first draft of the curriculum proposal, and there was a piloting process with 21 immersion rooms. Then in 2013, there was the first official document with guidelines or orientaciones curriculares, and the participation was expanded to 50 immersion rooms. In 2014, most of the immersion rooms that we continue working were added, and at the end there were 100 immersion rooms, but divided in both shifts, morning shift and afternoon shift. Consequently, there actually were 200 immersion rooms because there were different participators. There was the first time that we had the agreement. There was the agreement between British Council and Secretaría de Educación, and there was, based on the piloting in 2013, there was the first version of a Lingua Venturas syllabus. Then in 2015, this curriculum or this syllabus was piloting in most of the schools, and based on that, there were some adjustments. And something that I would like to add is that the immersion program, Lingua Venturas, in Lingua Venturas, there were, most of the schools participated or set up the English immersion room, but there were some others in French, and there was one in Spanish, because the population was from an Aboriginal community. So the immersion room, was in Spanish. I think it was at Alemania Unificada School, but I'm not sure. It was like the first stage on immersion program. Next slide, please. Okay, so how La Chucua joined the process. So we started participating in 2014. At that time, the team was formed by a trainee who was a foreign volunteer, a young foreign volunteer from a country where not only where English is the spoken language, but also this trainee had a high level of English, almost like a native speaker. The coordinating teacher, at that time it was called the supporting teacher. We had a Secretaría de Educación supervisor. There were one supervisor per 11 schools, something like that. As I told you, we received the British Council support for guiding the volunteer, but also guiding us to follow the process of the volunteer or of the trainee, sorry. And E.S.E supported all the dynamics with the trainees, yes, in terms of legal issues and others. Next slide, please. Okay, so how is the dynamics at La Chucua? Because as I told you, each school has a different situation. So in order to face on these situations, we work in this way. In preschool, all students attend, and they attend to the session during their shift with the homeroom teacher. Yes, and in that way we had a co-teaching. The homeroom teacher the homeroom teacher contributes with all the knowledge and expertise about treating little kids, and they reinforce in their own rooms all that they have learned in the immersion room. In cycle 1, some students attend during the shift. So these students are chosen by the homeroom teacher, and they have to be authorized by their parents, because they attend during the day, during the school journey or the school day. And their commitment is that, and they have to up to date to the activities that they leave meanwhile they are attending the immersion room. Yes. In cycle 2, specifically in 3rd and 4th grades, students attend once they finish the school day. So they finish the school day and then they immediately attend to the immersion program. And for the others, they attend in the extended shift, I mean in the other shift, as it was conceived from the beginning. This is how it has been working, and the impact has been good, because some of these students who started in preschool, they are now in 7th grade and they continue participating. Next one, please. Okay, the other. As I told you, there was or there is a immersion program syllabus, but also at school there is the own syllabus, and in 2016 we received all the material from Ministry of Education. So it's necessary to articulate the whole package. So this is the next activity, Diego, for interaction with the colleagues, and the interaction consists on the following. Here you are 6 steps to conduct the articulation between the syllabus and the curriculum, yes? What I want you to do is to organize these aspects. I don't know if I am clear. Diego? So these steps are not in order, yes? What you have to do, or what I would like you to do, is to organize. What do you think is the most feasible order of this articulation of the syllabus? So here we have identification of common aspects, making adjustments, familiarization and close revision of CSI, LinguaVentura's school syllabus, implementation and evaluation, identification of aspects to be included and eliminated, and identification of features. So what I would like you to do is to type the numbers in the order you consider it should be, the process should be. So here you are. Okay, Viviana Vaquero said 316245. Any other contribution? Okay. Any other? Don't be shy. Okay, 361524. I think it's okay. Who else? 361524. I agree with you, Andres. The best way to enjoy these conferences is via computer, definitely, yes. 512634. Okay. Okay, if you don't mind, I would like to share how it has been conducted at school. Please, next slide. Okay, so this is the way we have done at school. The first one, familiarization and close revision of CSI LinguaVentura's school syllabus. The second one, identification of features. So it means not only to the topics, but also to the evaluation process, how can be some strategies included, and so on. The third one, identification of common aspects. The next one, identification of aspects to be included and eliminated. Next one, making adjustments, and finally, implementation and evaluation. But maybe the experience in each one of your schools is that this is a cyclical process. So this is not an ended process. Next one, please. Thank you very much for your contributions. Okay, but the COVID-19 started. So this is another activity for you to interact. And I would like to know how, wait a second, how have you, or what were the challenge, the first thing that came to your mind once the Ministry of Education and the government said, okay, you need to continue working at home. How was the challenge for you at this time? So please type your insights and I'm going to read. Wow, there were more contributions about the previous one. So how was the challenge for you in the moment when we were requested to continue working at home? What was your concerns, your fears?
Well, we all know, teachers, that our situation was kind of difficult because we couldn't prepare for the quarantine, etc. So we invite you to give us some of the alternatives that you had to implement in your classes. Teacher Consuelo, were you surprised by the school lockdown?
I didn't get it. Could you repeat, please?
Were you surprised by the school lockdown?
No, but I thought it wouldn't take long time. I thought it was a matter of 1 month, for example, but I didn't imagine it would take more time. I think that we were not aware about what a pandemic is and what it implies.
Of course. So all teachers probably had the same situation, and we want to invite them to tell us the experience that they had. We are ready to read your comments on the chat. So thanks for sharing your experiences.
Okay, I typed the question.
Yes.
We have some comments, no? People, Viviana Loquer is saying like it's been a challenging process. I have adapted my work by working with guides. So yeah, this is something that has been like an issue for many of us, no? Like that we sometimes we have like to adapt material to some worksheets or some guides that we share with our students. Some of our students don't have internet connection. They don't have the option like to connect, and that's like a very or like one of the biggest challenges, no, teacher Consuelo, like the lack of internet connection and the lack of technological devices that students can use.
Yes, I suffer from anxiety, said somebody. And we were talking about something yesterday, right? Something to deal with it and to help with it in any way. I think that most of us. How to practice, because many activities need internet and some students don't have. There are a lot of games and pages, but students need internet or at least datos. Yes. What tools to use with students at home?
Okay.
There were different issues to be taken into account: students' internet access, the process of getting used to have online sessions for students, syllabus adaptation, and more. Definitely not all of us were so familiar with synchronous technology.
Synchronic.
Sorry,
I think the person was trying to type synchronic, but maybe made a spelling mistake.
Okay, what is the best way to work in these times? I guess guides are not the best. And can you imagine the situation in a center of interest or a space like the immersion program? So there is something in Spanish. Thank you. The challenge was how to foster communicative skills being far away each other and with not access to connectivity in the 90% of the students. So most of you are working in regular rooms. The situation in the immersion room for me was the following. How to move the space to distance environment, the physical space to the distance environment. How to keep the concept of center of interest, because most of our students are concerned to respond with the academic field, but these spaces of taken in during the free time was not considered at the beginning. How to continue promoting the ludics, interaction, and autonomy in distance learning. How to encourage parents monitoring, and how to deal with particular situations in distance learning, like those that you have shared: connection, economic situation, schedules changes, and so on. It was, for me, what I had to deal with. Next, please. Okay, so all of this can be summarized in that way. How to deal with it, and what was the implications to deal with this situation. The first one, adaptability. How to adapt everything to this situation. Negotiation, because the immersion program, those who are coordinating immersion rooms can agree with me in the sense that we have to negotiate with the other center of interests. But in the case of distance learning, it implied to negotiate with the rest of the teachers, because the schedule necessarily changed a lot. And it implies flexibility. So because of the connection and the other circumstances, I needed to be more flexible, to include some strategies for monitoring and a constant redesigning of this space, because we were exposed to create and to set up a new learning environment or a new system, educational system. Next one, please. Okay, and I took advantage of the 21st century competences, and more specifically of those in how students or where the students approach for complex challenges. And I would like to highlight creativity, communication, and collaboration, especially. Next one, please. Okay, so the first thing was to see what I had. What I had at that moment, or before the pandemic, was the YouTube channel and the immersion program web page. At the end of the presentation, I'm going to share the links as well. And also I used EducaPlay. But the purpose of the YouTube web page, the YouTube channel and the immersion program web page was just to share information and to share the experience in the immersion room with parents and the community. But I needed to change, to recreate the purpose of these spaces. And of course, the purpose was to use as a resource for students learning. And as for EducaPlay, was to plan a strategy in a way that the students with a lack of connectivity can participate or take advantage of the game. And I needed to include something, yes, because the students need guidelines to be autonomous. So I moved the space to a virtual platform. The first semester I used Edmodo. I think most of you are familiar with it. And this semester I moved to Canvas. Edmodo is a friendly environment for parents and for students, but it has some limitations for teachers monitoring, so I included Canvas. I started exploring with Genially, for example, Padlet, and something that I discovered by means of interacting with these platforms is that because of the pandemic, there were some extended times or for trials, so I took advantage of it a lot, and there were some discounts for the memberships as well. So there are plenty of them. And finally, something that I didn't want to, but I think I was able to deal with it, was the use of WhatsApp. And there is something to avoid to be invaded in the privacy by means of using WhatsApp, is that you can get virtual numbers to WhatsApp. If you have an old mobile phone, you can do this, and you can establish some rules with parents and students in order to use the WhatsApp. And also I use it for academic purposes. For example, the video lessons, because definitely I apply the synchronous strategy. The video lessons have been uploaded in the WhatsApp groups. Next one, please. Okay, this is the Canvas environment for the teacher. So as you can see, there are the different groups. To the left, the way to interact with students and parents is below by means of bandeja de entrada, and each class has a chat app to interact. Yes. To the right, you have the pending things to assess and the pending activities for students. And for the environment for a student, next one, please, is something like this. Yes. So I divided the sessions by modules. The module has a title, a deadline reminder, something that they are going to work with it, the link to download the handout, the video lesson, because definitely I was not able, because students have a lot of things and a lot of sessions, virtual sessions to attend. I decided to create video lessons in a way that they can access to each one of them whenever they want, and they can download as well. And space for assignment, and another one for follow-up games or review games. Next one, please. So here you are, the video lessons. Yes, all the video lessons are in the YouTube channel and in daily motion, because there are some issues with copyright with YouTube. You know that there is I forgot the name of this algorithm, and sometimes there are some problems with it. So I mean, here you are, and I included in Canvas in a way that the students don't need to leave Canvas to go to the video lesson. It's included there. Next one, please. Okay, here you are, the handout. As you can see, they can download the handout. They can work on it directly in the computer. Next one, please. And here you are, some games. Something that I was able to do during this trial extending time was to download the games, to upload in Canvas in a way that the students can don't need to leave to the platform, and they can play there. And the punctuation that they get is included in the assessment part. And on the right, there is my first puzzle made in Genially, and it was done, and the students can download as well and play in the mobile phone, even there. Next one, please. Okay, reading some comments, they say, okay, what happens if students don't have connectivity? Something that the students have taught me, and families as well, is that there are many ways to do the things. What I was thinking when I started with all of this was, okay, I just upload the handout, upload the lesson, students develop the handout, and they send me the file. But they have to face on some facts, and they have solved in different ways, as I'm going to explain. Some students decided to work in the notebook. Some others, what they did was to pass to transcribe the whole handout in the notebook. Some others decided that the handout is quite boring and the product could be done in a more attractive way. So, for example, there is the one of the poster of an egg, and the one that I would like to highlight in this part is the one on the left below. This is Actually, this is an online game, but the student didn't have connectivity. So what to ask to a classmate to show in WhatsApp or to take a picture in WhatsApp and send by WhatsApp of the pictures. And what he did was to print the pictures, paste in a paper, and write down the answers. So it was a way that he created to deal with this lack of connectivity, and it was made by themselves. And this is a learning thing for me as well. Okay, next one, please. All right, so how can I monitor and provide feedback? So this is how students upload the handout. This is an activity for preschoolers. So what I request from parents is to read the feedback to the little kids. Yes, in this case, very good job, Giancarlo, congratulations. And at the end, I wrote something in Spanish, which is, te envío un regalito para que lo guardes. So what they had to do is to download the Anima gift that it says very good. So if you can click on, like in the next one, please. This is what they find. So something that I learned was to create a GIF from a video, from a short video. In that way, a little kid who doesn't know or who is in the process of literacy can understand what my feedback is. Next one. Okay, for the olders, the way that I have found to provide feedback in oral activities is by means of video. So I would like to show you a sample of how I provide the feedback to them. Sometimes this feedback is sent to the WhatsApp or the link in the YouTube. So if you can share, thank you. I cannot listen.
I think that when you share the screen, Daniela, you have to activate the audio.
Thank you.
And if you're wearing earphones, it's a good idea to remove them from your computer.
Yes. Meanwhile, I'm going to answer some questions. Somebody asked if Canvas have a cost. No, it's free, completely free. No, don't listen.
All right. Okay, so maybe teacher, do you have the video on your computer?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so maybe why don't you try sharing it?
Okay, give me a second.
And remember to activate the audio that you.
Okay, but let me check. Sorry. Let me check how to.
Hello, Ashley. Nice to see you, Verte. Okay, I'm going to watch and listen to your presentation, and at the end, I'm going to give you some observations, recommendations about the pronunciation exercise. Are you ready? Let's go.
Hello, my name is Juliana and this is my balance plate. My balance plate has orange, pasta, corn, meat, and lemonade. Orange is a fruit. The pasta is from of the group grains. The corn is the group of vegetables. Meat is a protein, and I drink lemonade.
Very, very good job, Ashley. Congratulations. You didn't have any errors, no errors in this exercise. Así que no tienes por qué estar nerviosita. Bye, bye.
Okay, some of the students are lack of confidence exposing to video. So there is another one. This kid decided not to be on video.
Hello,
Okay.
Nathan. Nice to see you. Los extraño montones. Okay, I'm going to listen to your presentation, and at the end, I'm going to give you some recommendations about your pronunciation activity. Are you ready? Let's go.
Hello, my name is Nathan. I am male. I am 10 years old. My favorite hobby is read. My favorite TV show is Teen Titans. And my favorite food is hamburgers. My hair color is black. I am Colombian, so I am from Colombia. I am funny, intelligent, honest, and athletic. Bye bye.
Nathan, very well done. Amazing job. Pronunciaste palabras que ni los chicos de bachillerato son capaces de hacer. Okay. For example, the word athletic, very well pronounced. And there were others. Favorite. Fuiste de los poquitos que pronunciaron bien la palabra favorite. But there were some little errors that I'm going to explain in a moment. En dos ocasiones dijiste thin. Una para decir tu edad, which is 10. I am 10 years old. Dijiste thin. Y la otra, about your favorite TV show. You said thin as well, but it's teen. Yes, Teen Titans. And at the end, you said, I am funny, intelligent, honest, honest. Honest is another thing. And athletic, which is very good, as I told you. But in general, good job. Tienes muy bonita pronunciación. Congratulations. Bye-bye.
Okay, thank you for sharing. And there are plenty of them. All right, let's continue with the presentation. I have read some comments, Diego, about the lack of connectivity, and this is the next aspect. I think that my contribution can help in a little way. And this is the other issue that I consider really important in 21st century skills, which is the collaboration. I am starting of the implementation of some collaborative activities. It's really important. Something that I have done or I had found is the academic peers assistance from colleagues, because there are plenty of knowledge around the world. And the one that I really like is the digital sponsor. So let's move on. Next one, please. Okay, this is a type of collaboration activity. We have done so in the in previous sessions. This is a Padlet that a Padlet wall that my students are doing, and it's about the topic is how to deal with emotional problems in the family. So they, after doing the handout, after developing the handout, they are publishing their contributions there. This is one of them. And the other one is the digital sponsor. The digital sponsor is a family that collaborate or sponsor a student whose family doesn't have connectivity. So I would like, if you wouldn't mind, we can listen to the video, or sorry, to watch the video about their insights.
Consuelo, quiero darte las gracias por permitir que mi hijo participe en el programa de inmersión. Nos ha parecido un programa muy bonito donde él está aprendiendo muchas cosas. le encanta mucho la manera de aprender del juego, de la clase, de los videos, todo ha sido muy bonito. Nosotros pues hemos tenido complicaciones ya que no tenemos computador, pero pues gracias a Dios tenemos una mamita que nos está sirviendo de apoyo, ella nos está colaborando muchísimo y no solamente nos colabora pues enviándonos los trabajos, sino también pues motivando al niño para que él vaya y juegue con el niño de ella. Entonces ha sido una experiencia muy hermosa la cual hemos podido ahorita hacer en esta temporada que estamos pasando ahorita en este momento de esta pandemia. Entonces queremos darte las gracias, que Dios te bendiga y tengas un feliz día.
Chao, prof. Te quiero mucho.
Okay, so this is one way that the community itself has found in order to deal with this problem of connectivity. The other one, as you can see, there is a conversation in a WhatsApp group. The previous, thank you. There are some concerns about technical or technological aspects or concerns in terms of the activities. And if you can see, there is a person who says, buenas tardes, no soy la profe, pero, and they provide the help. So, and I continue looking for other ways, not only to provide the solution, but for encourage the parents and the kids to find the solution as I'm trying to show. Next one. Okay, and finally, some food for thought. Diego, I would like to read some comments at the end of the presentation because I have read something really
teacher.
Meaningful.
And and well, there are some teachers asking about the use of Canvas in computers that are not like Apple. So they are concerned about like the use of computers on an app or other computers different from Apple. So I don't know if you have the answer for that right now.
I have actually I have an Apple laptop and I haven't had problems with it. In fact, I think it's a matter of the browser maybe. But I have used with Mozilla, with Safari, with Edge, Microsoft Edge, and I haven't had any problem. So at the end of the presentation, I have some links about the different topics, included Canvas. Okay, what implies distance learning and under those circumstances of the pandemic? The first one, to guarantee the assistance to the student, yes, to different students. I mean, to be with them without being in presence. I don't know if you know what I mean. The second one, it's important to think about creating the environment as similar as the one students are familiar to. Yes, for me, it has been particularly challenging to create a center of interest and to continue encouraging the community about the importance of working in the center of interest and giving them the free space for them. The other one, being flexible. Yes, it's really important to be flexible and permitting some alternatives. For example, deadlines, because we are, and of course you too, to feel the pressure to present reports and things like that. And sometimes we press the students to fulfill the whole activities during a established time. So in this process, I had been to be more flexible. Another important thing, guiding not only students, but also parents, because they are representing us, if I can say that, at home, yes, and try to calm down all these concerns about technological issues, about the academic field, particularly for English, the pronunciation, all of these things. Encouraging parents and students to collaborate. And this is something that can respond to this concern of connectivity. Yes, we cannot do a computer for each or to each family. It's important to promote the collaboration. They are neighbors. They can work together. They can use the WhatsApp to solve all the concerns that they have. And finally, I think it's really important to create an academic community. Yes, a community for us to share our experiences. If we have I don't know, a doubt or a question about how to solve something, everybody together share experiences. For sure, I know that you have lovely experiences in your schools, and it's really important, as I told you at the beginning, to go beyond the workshops each Tuesday or whenever it happens, and to continue working by ourselves as a team, as a whole team. And that's it by now. To end with my presentation, next one, please. Please feel free to write me an email if you have any question. I don't have the answer, maybe, but I can find a way to provide you the best alternative with all my heart. And also, there is the YouTube channel. You can have access to the videos. There are some private videos because of this issue of exposing students, but if you want some a resource to work some topics, especially with little kids, here you can write me an email and I can send you the link for you to watch the video. The immersion program webpage is always feeding up. I found a tutorial, the simplest from my point of view, about Canvas. And something that I have found useful during this process is the blog Ayuda para Maestros. This is a Spanish blog with plenty of strategies to work in distance learning. And they also have a group in Telegram, so you can type a message to them. The problem of connectivity is not only in Colombia, it's around the world. So they share different strategies to work with the students. And that's it. I don't know if I can read some questions.
Of course, teacher, of course. If you have, well, we have some people asking questions about using the image of students in videos and pictures. Well, remember that when they have the matricula process at the beginning of the year, parents sign a form that allows the school to use their image in case that they record or that the Secretary of Education or different institutions record a video or a picture. So you only have to make sure that this process happened at your schools. All right, so I think that was one of the questions. The other one was about the Apple. There's a teacher saying that students are using different applications to create audios and videos to send by WhatsApp, and sometimes they feel astonished without knowing how they use them. So in that case, yeah, sometimes the students surprise us and they have like a lot of creativity and they use a lot of tools like naturally because they use them on a regular basis in their daily lives. So it's important that we take advantage of that. And I think that what you were saying, teacher, is so relevant about creating like a net, about trying to solve issues. Today we have a lot of teachers from the immersion rooms connected. So it's important that we start, and this is something that we should start working on, like having a net for those teachers. Remember that we also have some other nets, and in the future we will be sharing with you. But I think this is something that that you mentioned that is so relevant about the collaboration. And collaboration happens not only among teachers and students, but also teachers and the whole institution. So thank you very much, teacher, for sharing all these nice ideas. I think that you mentioned one tool that is being very used these days, that is Canvas. And I think that teachers, if you have the opportunity to explore this tool, this is an amazing tool there are many teachers using it right now, and as teacher Consuelo showed, you can have a more effective communication and an organization of the structure of your lessons that way. So Consuelo.
Sorry, Diego, there is a question which is, does Canvas have a cost for us or is free? It's completely free. Yes. Mary, okay. Consuelito, ay, Luz Mireya, we will work long time ago. Consuelito, it's a pleasure to see you again. We work at La Peninsula. I have prepared some of my lessons with Canvas, but I'm not sure if it can be used only in Apple computers. No, it can be used, it can be work in Windows system computer, and as well in a mobile phone. Yes, there is an app for mobile phones, so you can work on it. Can they appear on camera for presentations? Yes. One of the documents the parents have to sign up at the beginning of enrolling students to the immersion program is the permission. And not only for this time of pandemic, but also for all activities, because something that we have to do at immersion rooms, and as most of you know, is to share the work at immersion program. The students are using different applications to create. Okay, it's already there. My question is, how do you link this work with the community? I mean, the way all people recognize it at school. It's a everyday's work and every time's work, and it's a matter to be in close connection to the directive staff, to the person in charge of the web page. Yes, to be a voice for the parents as well, and to permit the parents be a voice for the immersion program as well. What is the criteria to select a teacher to develop the project? Okay, this is something that Luisa can answer. Can you the links again? I couldn't copy them. Please feel free to write me an email. I can do with my all pleasure. Sorry, in my question is work, no word. How do you link this word with the community? Okay, I already answered. The head teacher said we couldn't use video. No, you can ask for a permission. Marta Arango, thanks for sharing your experience, teacher Consuelo. Okay, with my pleasure. Thank you, Consuelo. You are doing an amazing job. Hi, Ronald. We traveled to United Kingdom 3 years ago. I couldn't record the classes with their images. There is always a way you can, I don't know how to pixelate, I don't know how to say that, the student's image, for example. This is something that you can do. Could you please show again the slide with the links? I can send you the links. Please write me a message. Thank you very much. Excellent presentation, Gladys Mondragon. Ortiz from Integrado Fontibón School. Thank you for your advice. Dianita, my colleague, we studied at Normal Maria Montessori long time ago and later at the university. And with her, we had an experience of co-teaching some time ago. Thank you, Consuelo, for your presentation and beautiful work. In spite of different conditions for each one of the IED immersion program project is a space to create how teach and learn. Canvas, great. Thank you, Consuelo, for your efforts and strategies applied in order to foster students' learning process. What is your email, please? Thank you, Jamie, and the whole Secretaría de Educación team for helping me with it. I am still processing this whole experience today. Thank you very much. And of course, I'm continue learning, and anytime that I have the opportunity to share with you what I'm learning, I will do. And thank you very much to all of you for giving me the opportunity to share. And I think all teachers are invited to share their experiences. I think so.
Thank you very much, Teacher Consuelo, for your participation, for sharing all these experiences that you have and all the strategies that you have been using at school, at the immersion room. We all know that, well, all this pandemic presents us with a lot of difficulties and obstacles. But well, this is our purpose, not this
Yeah.
teacher, this space, these sessions are for you to share and for us to share with you like solutions, no ways in which you can continue with the learning, teaching and learning process of your students, but also like remember that this is a space for you as well, and we invite you to contact us to share like experiences, to let us know about like maybe if you want to have a class in the future or share how you did or an activity or a project. So we're open to all those proposals that you have for us. So thank you so much, Teacher Consuelo, on behalf of all the Red Académica team, Jaime Benavides, Andrea Niño, and Plan Distrital de Bilingüismo, Juliana, Marta, Luisa, Daniela, Jamie. Um, Thank you for being with us today and sharing your experience with us. All right?
Yes, something to finish, Diego. I have created Telegram research group or something like that group. So if you wouldn't mind, I would like to share the link to join to the group.
Go ahead, teacher.
I think is that one. I'm not sure. I created this morning. So Telegram is a more, but this is just for teachers, no? It offers more tools to create this biggest group, different from WhatsApp. Yes. So if you want to start being, or if you want to follow my crazy idea of starting a academic community for ELT teachers, of course, I just created and we can build something together, no? So
All
here you
right,
are
all right.
the
Thank
link.
you. Thank you for that invitation. And people, don't forget that we will be meeting again on Tuesday next week. So thank you very much for joining us today. Thank you for all the teachers who participated on the chat, shared their ideas, and well, we're gonna be seeing each other again in 1 week. So goodbye, thank you, and see you soon.
See you. Bye bye.